You ever feel like you're shouting into a void every time you apply for a job? You hit submit again and again. Indeed, ZipRecruiter, LinkedIn, and then nothing. Silence. No calls, no interviews, no explanation, just a black hole of rejection. Today, we're diving deep into that silence, into why the modern job market in America feels so broken. We'll cover hidden systems, algorithms, fake jobs, posts, and the structural reasons that make millions feel invisible. This isn't just a personal rant. This is backed by research, statistics, and real-world examples. By the end, you'll understand that the struggle isn't your fault. It's systemic. Let's start with what I call the paradox of abundance. Go to Indeed right now and search for your city. Hundreds, maybe thousands of now hiring posts appear, yet millions remain unemployed or underemployed. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported in mid-2025 that there were over 8.1 million job openings in the US, yet 5.9 million unemployed workers still can't find work. On paper, that looks like a healthy labor market, but in practice, people aren't getting hired. So what's happening? Why do jobs exist in theory, but not in reality? Here's the thing most people don't realize. A large number of online job listings are ghost jobs. A 2023 survey by Clarify Capital found that 68% of hiring managers admitted to posting jobs they had no immediate intention of filling. Some do it to collect resumes for future needs. Others make their company appear to be growing, and some just to comply with HR or legal requirements. These ghost jobs make job seekers feel invisible. You apply to hundreds, maybe thousands, and the position was never going to be filled. Even Fortune 500 companies have been reported to do this as a PR tactic, showing growth and opportunity that doesn't actually exist. When your inbox remains empty, it's not a reflection of your skill. Half of those jobs never existed in the first place. Now, let's talk about the gatekeepers, machines, the algorithms that decide if your resume is worth human attention. According to Harvard Business School and Accenture's 2021 report, 75% of resumes are never seen by a human. Large employers use applicant tracking systems, ATS. They scan resumes for exact keywords, formatting, and even phrasing. If the job posting says customer support specialist and your resume says client service representative, the system might reject you instantly. This isn't personal. It isn't human judgment. It's math. And it's stopping millions of people from even getting a chance. Employers don't hire like they used to. The pandemic, inflation, and automation have reshaped expectations. A 2024 Indeed Hiring Lab report showed companies are keeping positions open longer, using contractors or automating tasks instead of hiring full-time employees. Gigs and contract work are booming, but permanent secure positions are dwindling. A 2024 survey from Resume Builder found that 44% of job seekers applied to over 100 positions and heard back from less than 5%. It's not laziness, it's design. The labor market is a psychological maze designed to filter, frustrate, and reduce labor costs. Even when you get hired, you face another challenge: survival. Even when you do get hired, you face another challenge: survival. At $17 to $18 an hour, full-time work equals roughly $2,800 a month before taxes, $2,200 after, and depending on the state you live at, it might be even less than that. Yet the average one-bedroom rent in 2025 is $1,750. Add food, transport, and essentials, and you're barely scraping by. CNBC Make It reported in 2024 that 61% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, even amongst six-figure earners. This is the modern worker's paradox. Effort is no longer directly rewarded. You can follow every rule and still struggle. This isn't just financial, it's psychological. APA 2024 found unemployment and job insecurity are leading causes of anxiety and depression in adults under 40. Repeated Rejection erodes self-worth, purpose, and identity. Productivity isn't everything. Dignity matters. And that's what's missing from today's labor market. People are measured by algorithms, not by potential. This is not just a personal problem, it's structural. Job platforms profit from keeping listings active. Indeed, for example, earns billions selling ad space for job posts, not by getting people hired. The longer people remain unemployed, the more traffic these platforms get, the more data they collect, and the more money they make. The system is designed to benefit companies and platforms, not workers. So, what can be done? Here are some realistic interventions. Job listing verification laws. Require employers to verify that each posting represents an active position. The second one would be algorithmic accountability. Audit ATS systems to report auto rejection rates. The third would be platform regulation. Remove expired or fake postings within 30 days. The fourth would be upskilling programs. Government-funded training aligned with AI, tech, and remote work opportunities. The fifth, wage to cost index. Adjust minimum wage to local housing costs. These aren't fantasies. They're practical policy reforms that could change the labor market landscape. At the end of the day, this isn't just about jobs. It's about humanity. It's about the people. We've built a system that measures people as data points, not stories. We've made it harder to be seen, harder to be heard, and almost impossible to be chosen. But people want to work. They want purpose, stability, and dignity. Behind every application received, message is a human being trying to survive. And that in itself is reason enough to demand change. Thank you for listening to the Deep Frame podcast. If this episode spoke to you, share it, not for fame, but for awareness, because maybe the first step to fixing this system is just admitting that it's kind of broken. So stay strong, keep applying, keep fighting, but remember the problem isn't you, it's the system.